Hey, Carney Free, this is Pastor Adrian. I miss you so much and can't wait to gather with you again sometime really soon. I want to address for just a moment here with you today. If you take 6, 7 minutes to stick with me, I want to address a few of the common questions that I'm getting right now and perhaps you're thinking about as it relates to church. First, when are we going to meet again? Second, what is it going to look like? And third, where can I get a great haircut? And I don't want you to look too closely. I did my own COVID cut last week. It didn't work out too well, but I got it done. And I hope you can as well. Two more important questions. When are we going to meet again? And what's it going to look like? This has been a moving target for all of us in whatever business or organization you are a part of. It's been a moving target for you, and it has been for us as a church as well. It was 2 weeks ago that Governor Ricketts issued a direct health measurement allowing churches to begin meeting on May 4th. And it also allowed at that time for businesses across our state to begin opening for business on May 4th or May 11th, depending on the county and the health district they're a part of. So at that time, a couple weeks ago, we got fast at work making all kinds of plans to be able to reopen with a variety of precautionary measures. And our planned date at that point was the weekend of May 17th. We developed a thorough plan with wide procedures for disinfectant and all kinds of logistics and many different services. We felt really good about that. But last Friday, the Two Rivers Health District, which incorporates Buffalo County and Dawson County and a number of other counties in our area of the states, issued an advanced direct health measure. And the advanced direct health measure indicated that the governor's mandate or his invitation to churches and faith assemblies, it still stood. So we still can meet together starting on May 4th. Technically, we still could, but the Two Rivers Health District said that other non-essential businesses can't open up. And part of the reason for that has been the advent of so many cases in Dawson County and a fair number of cases in Buffalo County as well. And so the question for us has been, we can open up, but should we open up now? Now, I know this is extremely emotional. It's extremely emotional for you and for your family and for your friends. And I have many family and friends that are on all sides of this, just as you do. And I have many, many Christian family and friends on all different sides of this. I think it's critical, though, that we respect the fact that we're each going to come at this from a different perspective, and we are really careful not to deal with it in any kind of arrogant manner. But we do what we can to listen to one another and respect each other across our differences. Second, I want us to lead with courage according to the mandate of the gospel for the sake of Christ and for long-term impact in our community, not just short-term impact. I'm so grateful that Carney E. Free has been here for the long term, and we will be in the future. Our church is still meeting. We're making a difference as we're meeting right now. We're just not meeting in our building. We're meeting in homes. We're meeting in 1,000 locations instead of just one location. We're still worshiping. We are discipling. We are neighboring people wherever we go. And I want to encourage you to continue to do that. And there's some loosening that people can now meet in groups of 10 outside of their family. Perhaps now would be the time for life groups to begin meeting in person, even on Sunday morning to watch the services together and then discuss those together. That can be a great avenue for discipleship. Through it all, I just really want to encourage you to love. John 13:34 says, "By this all people will know that you are my disciples, by the way you love one another." By the way we love each other is the way people will know that we are his disciples. And for the most part, I'm happy to say that our church is doing this, but keep it up. Anyway, with this new information from Two Rivers and from Mayor Klaus and a number of medical leaders in our community that I have consulted with, other pastors both nationally and locally, the elders and I have decided to push the opening date back from that May 17th weekend to tentatively plan for our opening weekend for June 4th, which is a Thursday, and then June 7th, which is a Sunday. You might ask why this hasn't affected Buffalo County as much as it has others. And so far in Buffalo County, we've done pretty well. We've done a nice job keeping social distancing measures in place. Keep it up. But we're surrounded on either side of us by two of the hardest hit counties and hardest hit towns in all of Nebraska. Moreover, if the church opens up right now for large crowds, when businesses are not opened, and there's a spike in our community of Kearney, tell me, who will get the blame? And would that help us better minister to our community? I don't think it would if the church is left in a place of defending ourselves. So out of abundance of concern for our brothers and sisters and also for outreach in our broader community, we're going to push back a few weeks to the weekend of June 4th and 7th. I might add that our current ministry is working. It's not ideal, but our reach has been very wide, and many life groups are meeting and doing all kinds of discipleship right now. So we are going to meet when these metrics have been fulfilled. The May 31st Advanced Direct Health Measure for Two Rivers District is set to expire. And then number two, the peak of coronavirus cases in Nebraska is roughly 2 weeks past. And right now, the most influential model indicates that the peak is around May 14th or 15th. The federal government and the Center for Disease Control has recommended that 2 weeks after that would be the time to reopen. Opening on June 4th and 7th is a wise plan for those reasons. I think that if we hit those metrics, we can be really confident in our plan to reopen. And we have a lot of confidence that we can do that by the end of May, start of June. So what will this look like? We're not positive, and you cannot write what I'm about to say in stone. But here are a number of ways that it will look when we begin meeting again in person. First, we will continue with our online offerings for those who choose to stay home for a while. That's fine. No judgment toward anyone on that. Vulnerable people may choose to stay home for a number of weeks, and that's great. We have fantastic technology teams here. They're delivering wonderful ministries, and that will continue after we begin meeting in person the weekend of June 4th. We will also have to have multiple additional in-person worship services from Thursday night and Sunday morning and Sunday evening as well. It will require registration at kearneyefree.com so that we can maintain social distancing measures across all of our worship venues. Fortunately, we have a number of sites on campus with our auditorium, our venue, and our chapel. We'll have sanitation in each of those rooms between each and every one of those services to keep you safe. For now, our handshakes and hugs and high fives will have to be of the air variety. Greeters will be holding doors for you as you come in. There will be no offering bags going through the rows. Instead, there will be offering boxes. We won't be distributing handouts on a weekly basis. You'll pick them up in a safe place as you come in. We won't be able to launch with our cafe or our children's ministries. Instead, kids will sit with family, and kids' activities will be provided by Pastor Kent and his team, and you can bring your own donut and coffee. That's just fine. It'll be a phased reentry across the summer as social distancing is relaxed. And so we can be together starting really soon, and it will be a joy. We understand that it won't be exactly the same as what we're used to, but we trust through a phased reopening over the course of these next months, we'll get back closer and closer to normal as we approach the fall. We're really fortunate here at Kearney Free to have many options to minister in creative and safe ways that most churches, frankly, just don't have. We're so thankful to God that He has been so generous to us as a church. And because of your generosity as a church family, all of the online offerings that we continue to do across all of the rooms that we have in the church will be possible in the future and is happening right now in a great way. We can't wait to open in a strong, beautiful, safe, tightly organized way starting on June 4th. And we will take all necessary precautions to be sure that it's a wonderful environment for you to be able to come and safely worship with us. So again, as I wrap up here today, I encourage you to begin meeting well with your life group, whether that be in Zoom meetings or in-person meetings with social distancing. If you're not in a life group or a care group at this point, please contact Todd at Kearney E-Free or Carrie at KearneyEFree.com, and we'd love to get you into one of those groups. We are so grateful for each of you in this church family. I deeply miss you. I deeply miss being with you each and every week. I encourage you to take this extra time that you have to use some added reflection time to keep growing spiritually. This can be a divine pause from our God to keep growing spiritually on an individual level. If you need a pastor or a ministry director to connect with for any reason whatsoever, the church is open every day and we'd love to talk with you. But we are praying that God would use this time in a way that is absolutely miraculous in your life, in your home, in our church, in the broader community, that He would do far more than we could ask or imagine, even through this very difficult time that we are navigating together. I love you all. I miss you, and I can't wait to be with you real soon.